Howdy folks, and welcome back to this Let's Play of Stellaris. My name is Sonelias, and let's load into the last saved game, which we're playing as the Digital Realm. So here we go. Alright, the game is loaded. We have discovered some debris, so that's good. Our trade agreement with the Ghostware has timed out. Okay, so alright, fine. So one of the parties there has basically declared a rivalry. Now we, in the last episode, had basically acquired some of the lands up here. And yeah, we are still basically working on more construction, which is always good. Let's have a look at some of these worlds here. As you can see, I need to start building some new space stations here. Just because, yeah, we're short of space stations at the moment. Gonna upgrade that to the fullest. Install a solar panel there. Okay. I think that's it for the moment. Now, where do we stand in terms of our reach? Now, as you can see, we got about a good size of the galaxy in our hands. So if I look at my demographics, about 56% of the population is our own still. We got 17% as being droids. Digitalia as being 1%. Then the next trans shop is the Tebran, which I guess is this one there. No, actually this is 1% here. Tebran is down here. So who's that larger chunk there? Interesting. So that's 1%, 0%, 10%. That's these guys here. Of course, we got other factions. It's not really sorted in any particular order as far as I can see. As you can see, it's a good mix of different races we got. Right, if we look at our actual victory conditions here. Where were they again? Victory conditions. Are they in here as well? It's been a little while. Edicts, traditions. Okay, we'll find them again. It's fine. Anyways, let's have a look at our basic other bits. Perfect. We can go through these and we can get the clock running again. Now, if I just collapse the planets for a second, let's have a look at our fleets. We got a fleet over here, which is in a good position, really. As you can see, it's right at the center of this. Set of markers I've placed here, which I can't upgrade these as of yet, which is fine, not a problem.
Construction complete.
Here, lots of transports as well, as you can see. Hold on, what happened here? These guys declared guarantee of these guys here. Okay. Just taking these guys here. We've got a pretty big population, as you can see. 69. It's basically, of course, an offshoot of them down here. If I colonize this world here, it should hopefully push the boundaries further back here. Have I got a ship in place here already? No, I don't. Is this ship doing anything? No, it's not. Let's colonize that planet there. I got enough points for that anyway, so... This ship here I can use maybe to colonize any other worlds here. Is there any other colonizable worlds down here? It doesn't look like it, does it? No, that's not my territory, but it even looks like it's my color. Very similar color scheme, like I said before. I do have some worlds here that we could potentially colonize. Same here. I'll colonize that world there. Perfect. So I'm using those colony ships as they're intended to be used. I'm going to set this one to auto-explore, which should work out quite nicely as well. Let's get the clock running again. Let's have a brief look at our actual research. Scourge missiles is on our list of items we're researching, which is good. Increasing the game speed, of course, as well.
Analyzed.
More research points gained. I've got inactive buildings here. Really, is that still relevant here? I'm not sure.
Incoming transmission.
I can, of course, build a power plant here, which I'll basically build one of these. Yep, I'm happy to do that. I'm gonna build an energy grid here, I think. And here I'm gonna build yet another Butharian power plant. Here we'll build a research station. Which, let me start by basically maybe building the monument here first. And then what we got here as well as, of course, is the Loop Institute. Governance, ethics, attraction, and so forth. So that's a good one, I guess. And here I'd like to basically build a research station. Look at that, Omega alignment. Planet is the capital of the Empire. Right, so I'll go back to my capital world for a second. This one here. What do we got here? Physics lab.
Construction complete.
Biolab. Power plant here. What have we got here? This is a Institute of Technology. Here we got a
Anomaly found.
Gonna build engineering facility, and that is the Ministry of Benevolence. Interesting. Here, my world here is suffering from unrest. Wow, look at that, the level of unrest there. Probably down to the level of slaves we got here. Let's put some other buildings in place here.
Colonization in progress.
Build a droid there. They don't like being in my care, it looks like.
Colonization in progress.
I don't seem to have any leader capacity here at the moment, which is a bit of a pity. Which is a bit of a pity. Okay. No mausoleum. Interesting. Holy World was planted by a nearby fallen empire. Colonizing it will anger them greatly. Interesting. Okay. A detailed survey of Sonelias surveyed may once have supported life in the distant past. There's significant deposits of frozen water in the polar caps. Energy cost will be daunting, but we do have the technology to gradually terraform this planet into supporting life. So I can actually terraform this into, let's say I want to terraform this into a continental world. It's going to cost me 5,000 energy and take a fair number of days. Yeah, why not? I've got the resources for it, so let's use them. What do we got here? Transport fleet, not our own, not of our own. So it's one of our neighbors' transport fleets. Have I got any further repairs I can do here?
Construction complete.
Looks like there There's still some mining to be done here.
System survey complete.
Here as well, I can basically build a research station as well as mining stations. Mining stations again there. Mining stations and research stations. Mining stations can be restored here. Here I can actually do a research stations again. As you can see, there's a whole range of different things I can still go through. I just set that to be done straight away afterwards as well. So we completed the research on the Scourge missiles. Should I go for a leader capacity or a leader lifespan? Or a sector limit? Let's go for the sector limit first. 49 months, so that's a little over 2 years.
Anomaly found.
So a little over 4 years, my bad. Let's research that as well.
System survey complete.
Automate that one as well. Let's go back to our homeworld. We were briefly able to look at some of the stuff that we could potentially do here. So I can replace this one with something else. Omega alignment. The surface of the object angles space. The interior is not visible to any sensor or imaging technology available. We all know what's in there. Interesting. Paradise Dome. Should I build this one or not? Should I maybe replace something else with it? Okay, that's a spiral feeding loop. Energy credit is increased by 20%. Galactic Stock Exchange. I'm going to replace the mine here, I think. Let's replace that with the Omega alignment. Some kind of burrowing silicon-based life form inhabits a network of tunnels beneath the barren surface of Romacus number 7A. As best as we can tell, the creatures feed off rock, and there is evidence to suggest... is that A? Where's the A? Here. Is that one? Yeah. There's evidence to suggest that there's a rudimentary form of intelligence. Their tunneling efforts have shuffled a large amounts of valuable minerals to the surface. Intriguing. So theoretically I can basically terraform that planet. It's not surveyed. Interesting. So I'm assuming that that ship will go and survey it. Oh. Bit of stuff that still needs to be surveyed here anyway, so that's fine. Let's collapse that for a second. Now I had 2 systems here, I believe. Yeah, 2. There you go.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
There's a consciousness outside time and beneath space. It's a labyrinthine tangle of desire and desperation. Our remote ancestors knew it as the loop, the worm in waiting. We have met it out there, where the void is tormented by gravity. It seems to have taken a personal interest in us. There are mathematical proofs that it loves us, but love to the worm is not like love to anything that substitutes in ordinary space. Subsists in ordinary space. With all we have learned, we think that we might be able to use the Omega alignment to open an access route, an entry point for the worm to manifest in our home world. The worm is fond of beginnings, and this is ours. What consequences would that have? We have yet to find anyone that's prepared to commit to an answer. Immortality, perhaps, or apocalypse. But we would certainly learn a great deal. Perhaps the worm loves us, and perhaps we would love the worm. That basically is issue the project, generate the entity project. This is not a safe experiment, but we could learn so much.
Situation log updated.
Okay, let's go for that. Let's research it. Did I complete that building already? Yes, it's been completed. That's probably why we got that done.
Construction complete.
I need to move this one.
Construction complete.
Pause that for a second. Let's see. Can I move this particular person here? Let's resettle it to a different planet. So from Farah onto, for example, there. Nope. So many worlds I got. So many worlds. Settling both of those, which is fine, I think. I will take this person from here and put it there. Of course, those two are left blank at the moment, but yeah, they do need someone to basically work on them. So I'm going to basically move some people around to accommodate that. Okay, here we go.
Special project complete.
Yes. Ooh, the project is complete. The accelerators are online. The power network of a dozen cities is diverted to wake the pseudo-singularity at the heart of the alignment. Space shudders like wind-cracked cloth. In NATO, for a heart-stop moment, dims. And then brightens. A shadow coils in its heart. The worm is here. It unfolds like origami. Across the systems, sensors shut down in abject disbelief at the incomprehensible data of its arrival sleet through them. On the homeworld, our subjects scream and cower as they feel its attention turn up on them and upon us. It presents a wordless question, or rather, we have become aware that this question was always what it has asked us every time we encountered it. So then we've got two questions. The heart of the sun. So yes, whatever is required, we consent, or no, we have brought it here to learn and it need be defeated. No, let's say we go for the consent. The worm loves us, and it will always love us, and that's always has. It winds around the heart of our home star. It winds enough infinitesimal loops of genetic information. It provokes a shredding series of cataclysms in the planetary crust of our home. Okay. Research that, that's fine. Crust of our home, but when our star grows cold, that cataclysm will warm us. We understand so much more. We will always be what we were going to be, wound tight in the love of the worm. Interesting. Hold on. Okay. So our star is now a black hole.
Colony established.
Right. Too many colonized systems. Yeah, I do agree with that. So basically over here, I will basically take this sector here. Let's collapse that section for a second. Same with the armies. I'm going to go to that sector, and this is the Zatmak number 2. I'm going to basically manage the sector. I'm going to allocate that extra star to it. Perfect. I'll close that, and then we of course have the other one here. And that sector is called North Sector. Again, I'm going to add that planet to there. Perfect. So I no longer overextended. We're researching that already. Perfect. Done. Tomb world, interesting. Venus is colonizable. It's a tomb world as well. Mercury is a tomb world. This is a tomb world. So all of a sudden, all of these worlds here turn out to be tomb worlds. Ah, even our home planet has become a tomb world. Interestingly enough. Loop Temple Visitor Center, happiness. Capital World, unrest is reduced. Planetary border extrusion, etc., etc. So yeah, okay. Mars is a terraforming candidate, but at the moment it's a tomb world as well. Lots of these worlds here are all of a sudden tomb worlds. No matter what they have been, they all of a sudden became tomb worlds. Interesting. What has actually happened to that chain? The chain is gone. Okay. Questions: will Mercury be sucked in first, followed by Venus, etc.? That is alright. It's not an E-class star anymore, it's a black hole now.
Colony established.
Okay.
Construction complete.
We're still looking at influencing these guys here. Renaissance, etc., etc. Different eras that we're going through. The ISS emissary is unable to locate the source of the faint transmission we detected coming from the interior of Moedstrom number 4. Science officer Durmal reports that the transmission has since ceased completely. That's quite unfortunate, but okay. Let's have a look at our different factions here. Happiness for these guys is pretty high. Strong alone. Allow the digital realm to be exploited by alien interest by joining a federation.
Construction complete.
Displease them. Aggressive diplomacy. Here, dulling a dull edge. Staying ahead of the curve and not allowing any fellow empires to be more than equivalent in technology will please the Institute. So at the moment that's not happening. Okay. Digitalia impurity. Refrain from genetically modifying any populace that will please the non-Digitalia supremacy vanguard. Okay. No immigration. Neo-Digitalia Primus. Okay. Some issue with my mouse. Okay, let's have a look here. Now, these are my subjects already, so that's good. Same with these, of course, because it's
System survey complete.
Group.
Construction complete.
These are one of my subjects. I can potentially integrate them if I wanted to. Should I? Or should I just leave them be for the moment? Normal station, frontier outpost. I got a frontier outpost here as well.
Incoming transmission.
Cool. They want to trade, that's fine. Let's have a look at our ships again. Research stations. Mining.
Construction complete.
Still a fair amount of work to be done, it looks like. anything else done down here? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Now those up there I've already dealt with, so that's good. Here, of course, mining and of course research. So yeah, I got missions assigned to pretty much everybody, so happy days. Now I am gonna go back to one of my planets here, Chara. I'm actually gonna set some production to take place. As well as over here. Gonna keep them feeding them into my fleets.
System survey complete.
Primary, which is fine. Let's have a brief look at our leader list. This guy is a bit of an armchair commander, which is not good. And Arrested Development leader experience gain is minus 100%. Well, he's already at the max, so in that sense I'm not really too concerned. Anyways, looking at the clock, it's about time for us to call it a day. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to save away the game in a minute. And then of course we're going to carry on in the next episode with where we left off here. So let's save the game. And then of course we're going to carry on with this in the next one. In the meantime, thanks again for joining me. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and take care folks. Bye bye.